Let's make this mushroom bourguignon from the new Baguette, who Alex was just a guest on my show, Sprung on Food, so you definitely have to go and check that out. I made some adjustments. I'll tell you what they were. I used frozen mushrooms instead because one, I already had those, and two, they worked just fine. I added paprika and salt, and you cook those down until they're ready, remove them from the pot, and then add a little bit of olive oil. And the recipe calls for carrots and onions. I found this pre-made mirepoix, so celery was going in too, just to make my life easier. Some thyme and salt and get that caramelized. Then we've got some garlic and tomato paste. Cook that in a little bit, and then adding some flour to thicken it up just a little bit. You're going to have these little brown bits at the bottom, but not to worry. That's what you're supposed to have, because then you deglaze it with some red wine. I have a little hack for that. I'll tell you about that in a minute. You scrape that down, and then you're adding back in the mushrooms along with either broth or some water, and then adding in some miso paste, lots of pepper, mix that together, and then you're going to let it cook out the alcohol for a few minutes, then cover it up and let it cook for another 30, intermittently stirring just to make sure that bottom stays nice and clear. And then you're going to have a nice, beautiful, fragrant, and thick mixture. I then made up a whipped cauliflower to kind of mimic like a mashed potato because, again, I already had it. I wasn't going to go out and get potatoes instead. To learn more about the wine swap that I made, just read in the caption below. Not enough time here. This recipe was so easy, so delicious. You definitely have to make this one.